Hello loves and welcome to the channel. I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium and a prophetess. I hope that you guys are all doing so good at this time. I hope that this message finds you well. If you're new here, welcome to the Soul Familia of GypsyCowgirlTarot. You're definitely here for a reason, and you are very welcome here. This is a Pillar of Light channel, high vibrational channel. And those of you guys returning, sorry guys, welcome back. Okay, so you guys have seen the title. You guys already know why you're here. Now, I haven't been here on the channel for about 4 days because I got very sick. But it was Ascension flu and it was a massive spiritual upgrade for myself personally. And I know that a lot of you guys are feeling this. So are the divine masculine energies, whether you're masculine, feminine. I just say that because I have a lot of divine feminine here. So we're all feeling this collectively, this like big collective upgrade, purge, right? But it's very intense right now. And the masculine energies in particular, there's a lot of light being shone on the places where they are, where they need to heal, wounds they need to heal, patterns they need to heal. There's a lot of like that self-sabotage, like seeing very intensely how they are self-sabotaging. It's a very deceptive energy, right? So they're seeing they're seeing within themselves that deceptive energy in a big way, how they feel like they've deceived themselves or held themselves back or sabotaged, etc. But they're also seeing the deceptive energies within their situations and the people around them. I'm hearing true colors are being shown. So masculine is showing true colors to, you know, maybe people around them in certain ways, like speaking truth. Maybe there's stuff happening like deception being revealed, you know, people getting caught up in things. It's like the universe, right? Like you can only, it's like when you try to keep secrets or lie or you're deceptive, right? Maybe you get away with it for a year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, I don't know, right? But we are now in the year of the dragon, right? And you can't hide anything from the dragon. The dragon sees all, right? And the dragon is also a purification, a cleansing energy. You think of dragon fire, the alchemy of fire, right? Burning it down, right? Rising from the ashes, being born anew, right? So there's a lot of that like purging, purifying energy. So where there's density, where there's old that needs to go or be removed or let go of, it's like a fire being lit under the booty, right? So masculines are really feeling this too. So let's get some cards. Now, you know, over the week, as I was, you know, going through this, you know, physical purge and, you know, these types of things are happening for us, to remove the density, to elevate the physical vessel, to, you know, in order to house and hold and anchor in these massive spiritual attunements, upgrades, right? So, you know, our divine genome and certain things are being activated for this part in our journey and to go forward, right? It's like in layers. So it's a very powerful time. So masculine is seeing the deception. They're seeing their own deception. And what it's doing is, for a lot of them, is it's bringing them back. It's magnetizing them back to the divine feminine, you know, in their heart and in their soul, in their mind, because the divine feminine carries, right, this beautiful, divine, pure energy of grace, right? And the masculine has been struggling with, you know, that self-worth and trust, especially trust. So they, you know, go because of those abandonment wounds, so they've been going and staying and doing things that feels safe to them, even if they're not happy or they're in comfort zones, right? It feels safe. I don't want to get hurt, you know, it's just easier like this. I'm protecting myself. But they're now seeing that as deceptive, right? And the feminine is this innocence, this purity, this graceful, you know, like divine energy that they feel now. It's like, oh my gosh, like, you know, well, you know, I was putting this in a category of I can't trust this, this scares me, when now I'm seeing, right, with my heart, with my third eye, with my soul, that the feminine is actually like the only one I can trust, the one that has my back, the one that has shown me the light, that shows me so much beauty, right? So there's a lot of clarity around this right now, and they are, and I keep getting balancing. There's massive enlightenment around the shadow aspects of their life and of themselves. Same thing with the divine feminines though. Many feminines are having that massive enlightenment around, you know, ways, illusions, ways that they are holding themselves back, or, you know, patterns that need to shift or be, you know, healed, or wounding, you know, things like that. So it's occurring on both sides, but I feel like more so for the masculines, because the divine feminines have done much more inner work and healing work, etc., right? But that doesn't mean that the divine feminine is like this, right, ascended master, perfect, right? Although, you know, on a human level, etc., right? But that's how the masculines are viewing the feminine right now. There's this extreme attraction and draw. And it's not just, oh, I'm attracted to you physically. I mean, it's that for sure. I'm hearing, I feel like we belong together. So it's like they're seeing a light that they haven't seen before. And I'm also getting the light at the end of the tunnel. So the song, as I was like purging this whole week, I mean, it was really bad. And then I still am feeling not great. And I'm sure you guys can hear it. So I apologize ahead of time if I cough and I'm a little hacky or nasally, etc. But my vessel needed to be cleared of certain things because I'm receiving so much. And man, my channels just opened up so much more this week as I was sick. I had a massive throat activation, and yesterday on my Instagram channel, I channeled out a very beautiful song, light language, that I was guided to do with the Star Mothers. If you guys are familiar with the Star Mothers, I'm very connected to the Star Mother energy and the Star Mothers. I have been since my soul's incarnation for a very long time. So they're guiding me at this time too. But it was to bring forth healing, you know, on many levels, and to also help activate the light language. So if you want to follow me over there and you want to go check it out, there's a lot of stuff I share and post and channel there that is not here on YouTube. And it's just GypsyCowgirlTarot. It's all one word with the blue check mark, meta verified, okay? But the song that was coming through specifically, speaking of the song, right, is Morgan Wallen, Cover Me Up. And it's been so strong, so heavy from the divine masculine coming through. And the very first words, the very first lines of this song, Morgan Wallen, he's singing and he says, "A heart on the run keeps a hand on a gun, can't trust anyone. I was so sure what I needed was more. I tried to shoot out the sun." And you know, that immediately, a heart on the run keeps a hand on a gun, can't trust anyone. And that's exactly where the masculines have been. They've been on the run. I can't trust anyone. I've got to be in control. You know, I got to be with people or date people that, you know, I feel I'm in control of the situation, where, you know, my heart can't get, you know, ripped from my chest, where I'm in control. You know, I've got the upper hand, you know, people that like fall at my feet and won't leave me, and, you know, will put up with like my old ways and who I am, you know. This is everything that is the deception. And so it really is feeling, right, like the tables have turned on a really big scale, meaning everything that they saw before as deceptive, now they're seeing, right, like the truth of it all. So it's like, I don't want to be the heart on the run anymore. I want my heart to come home. And then if you go further into that song, he's talking to a divine feminine, someone he really loves. And one part of the song, I mean, It's very romantic. It's all about, I just want to be with you. I just want to, you know, like basically like home is where the heart is, you know, home is not a place, it's a feeling, right? And they found that feeling within you. Well, that home energy, trust energy, love energy, we belong together energy is what's coming through so strongly right now, okay? I was so sure that what I needed was more, meaning, you know, they went out trying to seek and find and fill holes within their, you know, within their heart, you know, trying to go out and find more and more and more, and, you know, when all along it was there, right? Okay, so we have 3 cards that just came out together immediately, okay? And look at, we have the masculine. So there's the divine masculine right there sitting, you know, on the dock here, you know, maybe they've been spending time near water in nature. This is like a relaxation. This is a meditative energy, a reflective energy, a deep thoughtful energy. So for me, this is everything that they're doing right now. All right. Like it's someone who is finding more of that, right? Like when we go through awakening, right? Because look, rising above, and we have the hot air balloon. And if you guys remember a few months back, like the end of May, beginning of June somewhere, if you go on my shorts here on YouTube, it's not very far down if you just look through the videos. It's a video that I took of a hot air balloon that flew. It was perfect alignment with, I live in the farmlands in the middle of nowhere, right? Like basically, right? Like there's no hot air balloons around here or hot air balloon ride places, you know? So it was so random, but I knew it, obviously it wasn't. I knew that was spirit, it was source. It was like miraculous energy, and this beautiful hot air balloon, it floated directly like across like the fields, directly in alignment with my home, okay? And I was sitting in my backyard at the time, and I was like, it's gonna fly right over my house. I literally could see under the basket. Well, it did not only just fly over my house, but it flew over my home and not landed, it stopped and floated in the sky for like 5-10 minutes. Just stopped, floated. I could even hear like the voices way up ahead of like the people that were in the hot air balloon. And it literally did. I looked up, I mean, it was, you guys will see, but it was so beautiful, so miraculous, so divine. And I knew it was like a really big sign. And I knew it was, my spirit guides were bringing forth messages like, do you see, Erica? Do you see the miracles that are coming to you now? Okay. And, you know, as above, so below. Things take time to trickle down from the 5D and integrate into the 3D, right? So I knew that it was, yes, talking about that now moment, about, you know, blessings or miracles, but I also knew that it was about the incoming energy and that maybe it would take a little bit of time to arrive. Well, for me right now, it feels like the hot air balloon is now, it's arriving, you know, it's like that. So I'm sharing that with you guys because my mom, my youngest brother he's transitioned 8 years ago at the age of 23 unexpectedly, and he's one of my biggest guides. Well, my mom had a reading done with another medium, and my brother came through and he specifically spoke of the hot air balloon, and he said, tell my sister that was me, that was from me. And I had a feeling, I knew he was connected to it, but I had no idea that, you know, that he was the one who sent it, right? So your guides, the masculine guides, they're sending forth very specific, miraculous, and loved ones on the other side. Loved ones on the other side are really trying to help bring union together and guide the two of you guys, their loved ones, your loved ones, you know, ancestors that you guys both share from past lives together, your spirit babies, all of that, okay? So there's really big alignment in that way happening. But the hot air balloon is all about rising above, okay? And it says drama, obstacles, pettiness, and finding the strength to rise. And that's what the masculines are doing here. They miss that inner peace. It's like, I just want peace and quiet in my life. I just want to live a good, happy life, a life that just flows. Look at all the water energy, right? Connecting to the emotion, connecting to the intuition, right? Really craving that cleansing energy and allowing that cleansing energy to wash through in every way in their lives right now. Okay? So right now the Divine Masculines are in the midst of this. They're rising above the drama, the obstacles, the illusions, the stuck energy, the patterns, the pettiness. There's a lot of that pettiness and drama, and you know, and that came through in one of my last messages very strongly. It was just like this, you know, again, it's seeing like, why have I been doing this for so long, and why do I, it's that saying, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. This is where they're having massive enlightenment about realizations, right? I was so sure what I needed was more. I tried to shoot out the sun, which, right, we know that's impossible, right? So what they're saying is I was trying to do impossible things. I was being stubborn and arrogant and in my ego. Like, really? Like, who do you think you are that you know, that you could shoot out the sun, for goodness sake? It's like that, right? You catch my drift? Okay. And then hesitation. So the hesitation, it says past heartbreak, broken trust. There's that word again, trust, broken trust. That's what they hesitated. That's why they have hesitated. Right? Okay. Afraid to move forward. So we have rising above, finding the strength to rise, and then afraid to move forward, hesitation. So it's like where they've been hesitating, where they've been afraid to rise, where they've been afraid to move forward because of those trauma wounds, the abandonment, the stuff that stems from past heartbreak, and you know, all of that. It just was easier just to bury their head in the sand, right? But now they're in a place where they can't. They're rising above. So I highly suggest you guys, if I remember, let me make a little note. I will actually find the short and I'll pin in a comment the link so you guys can see it and listen to what I say and the things that I put in that video. It all ties in to this stuff happening here. Okay, so let me just see. I'm like hot air balloon vid. Okay. All right, so let's go further. Okay, bottom of the deck is the vibration card. So it's all happening because their vibration is rising. Their vibration is rising in a massive way. Again, everything I shared about, you know, me and the ascension flu, the massive purging. I mean, I felt like I was on my deathbed for the last few days, you know, and then today even I wasn't feeling very good, you know, but my spirit guide said, no, you need to push yourself a little bit today, Erica. It's okay. So I did. And I'm glad that I did, right? We did a live and the live was amazing. Beautiful collective message over there. The first hour, the live is like 4 hours, but the collective message is only the first hour. Okay. So if you want to watch it, it's really good. But the vibration, it says energy and positivity. So it's like as their vibration rises, right? We want that. We want more of that peaceful, tranquil energy. We need isolation. We need time to reflect and think and heal, right? Okay, so this is what they're craving. This is what they're being guided to. This is what their intuition is saying, their higher self, okay? Their vibration has risen, is rising. Raise your vibration to attract what you desire. They are raising their vibration to be on the level of what they truly desire in many ways, but especially with the divine feminine. It's that inner knowing of like, I need to do this, this, and this, you know, in order to have this, this, and this. Okay. Beautiful. Yep, I'm hearing a massive vibrational shift. So the solar flares, the astrology, everything. We have Pluto moving back into Capricorn. Mercury just went direct. We still have other planets in retrograde. Venus in Libra. We have Mercury in Leo, you know, and all the Mercury and Leo energy, honestly, for me, to help with like some purging stuff or something, I don't know. It's brought up some like anger from the past that needs to be healed, that I didn't know I was holding on to. connected to a karmic ex of mine in particular, you know? So that could be happening for you. We do have a lot of past life regression, but it's the same thing for the masculine, which is why I'm sharing that example. Okay, so healing the wounds, okay? Learning the lessons, healing the wounds. And many of them, if you're here on this channel, it doesn't have to be for everyone, but many of the masculine energies, you know, that get guided to this channel for you know, for the messages, or maybe the divine feminines, masculines, they have been specifically healing karma wounds and karma and things like that with karmic partners or dating karmic people or whatever it is. Okay. I'm just channeling, guys, so give me just a second. They want you to know how much they care. They want you to know how much they care and how deep this actually runs here. We have beautiful mountain, like for me, deep water. Look at, it looks like, you know, she's in a lake or something maybe. I'm just getting deep water, okay? And then more water. Look at all the water, right? So, and now I'm hearing I'm in too deep. So it's like wherever they've been, wherever they've you know, feel like they've gotten themselves in too deep, they are now finding that inner strength through the raising of their vibration and through the healing, okay, to finally rise above all of that low vibrational energy, that drama, the obstacles, the pettiness, the jealousy, the envy, the arguments, the battles within themselves and with other people. Okay. You're on that higher you're on the higher vibration. They want to be living that. All right. Okay, regret. Divine masculines are feeling a lot of this right now. Regret of a lot of things, not just about the divine feminine and this connection, this soul connection. Remorse, life regret. They're regretting where they've been, who they chose, what they've been doing, you know, whatever it is, right? Maybe the way that they walked away or ghosted the divine feminine, right? Or the fact that they let you go or walk away. It's things like that. Life regret, loss. Start making empowered choices. You see, look, the hot air balloon. Find the strength to rise, right? Masculine says your divine masculine, your twin or soulmate is seeking you. Yeah. They're calling out to you through the Easters. Well, Easter, Easter could be a specific thing for you guys, or that time of the year, you know, I don't know, right? Maybe around that time was last time they made 3D contact or you spoke, right? I'm hearing the month of April, so that could be significant. It could also maybe be a name, I don't know. But straight up right there, masculine is seeking you. They're rising above, aligning to their new vibration and frequency and what they're being called towards and to do and to heal. A lot of regret. So they're processing, what did I just say about like past stuff? Like for me, it was like anger that was coming up. But I also, yeah, I have regret over, I also know it was just a part of the journey, and to release that stuff. But for a long time, I was living with regret. Like, how could I be with someone like this? How could I let someone like this do this to me? And, you know, just tear me down the way they did, you know? But I also know to heal that, release that, and to not hold on to that, you know, to that waste of time and energy and space, right? Okay. So, they're starting to make empowered choices. They're starting to make empowered choices. Okay, and then we have the potential card. I'm not going to take this because I want to get somewhere. I want to shuffle. But it speaks of, it's kind of like the Fool card almost type energy. It speaks of fulfillment, but it speaks of a risk, achievement. Your potential is limitless. So it's like where they were afraid to take what they thought was risks before, they're realizing that's not a risk. That's where I'm meant to be, or that's what I'm meant to do, you know? Like what I've been doing is the risky business here. You know what I mean? If I stay here longer, that's taking a risk. It's like that. Okay. So they're realizing their potential. My potential is limitless. I can have what I want if I go after it, if I put the work in, if I do this, if I align to it, right? Okay. And then look at forgiveness. Tranquility. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was getting all of that, like someone who just needs their peace, who's craving tranquility, someone who feels like they've lost themselves and now they're finding themselves again through the hardships they've been going through learning the lessons, through their vibration rising, through awakening and ascension. Peace of mind and heart, freedom from the past. Okay? And what I'm getting here too is harboring resentment or, you know, towards the divine feminine. Like it's almost like and then lost. Look at, what did I just say about someone who feels like I lost my identity or I lost myself? Look at the very first thing, loss of self and identity. Discover your true self again through the awakening journey, through healing, through all the things, just like the divine feminines, right? We found ourselves again, but we didn't just find ourselves again like the old versions of who we are, even though we missed those of, you know, like I want to be like that again. I want to, you know, be in a place where I'm doing things that make me happy and I make choices and I don't have to answer to people and I don't have someone constantly, you know, badgering me or questioning me or causing fights, you know, and drama and starting stuff with me, you know. I just want inner peace and tranquility and love and, you know, that kind of energy. Okay. Loss of self and identity. Yeah. All right, where we're at? We're already at 27 minutes. Oh my gosh. But anyways, if you're new here, I mean, a lot of my messages, you know, because I receive the downloads, the messages, you know, songs, different things like that. In the song Cover Me Up, he specifically is saying too, beliefs. Okay, hold on one second. I'll get back to that. The beliefs. This is giving, it's very spiritual. I mean, look, it's like a church or something, right? So it's almost like the, you know, what I'm getting is the masculines, their beliefs before, you know, one, I feel like for a lot of you, they blamed you or had, you know, maybe they pulled away or started breadcrumbing or something and then you walked away from them and maybe they blamed you, like, and held on to that, you know, well, you're the one that walked away, even though but they couldn't see because of the ego that, you know, you walked away because you chose self-love and you knew your worth and your value and it wasn't what they were giving or showing, right? But they couldn't see that at the time because people can only meet you at the level that they are meeting themselves, okay? But now they're seeing that, right? Again, clarity around how they self-sabotaged or how they've been, believing the illusion instead of the divine truth, right? And then also this could have to do with like culture, religions, family stuff, you know, like if they come from a very religious background or family and you're someone who's very spiritual and not religious, then that to them at the time was a problem or it was an excuse. It's not going to work. My family won't accept them. They're too different. So they went for things or stayed in things where, you know, again, that's, you know, when he says, I was so sure what I needed was more, right? Like when they say more, it's not like you can ever get more than the Empress. Not like, oh, I want more. I'm going to go. No, what they meant was like, they wanted more, like more comfort zone, more of what they were used to. There's a humility here. There's a humbleness here. There's an admitting I screwed up. I was wrong, you know? And it's not even like screw up, like, oh, you know, it's, I don't even want to say that because they're just on their journey, right? But that's how they're feeling. I lost this person or I screwed up. I'm the one that actually sabotaged this. Now that I look back and I reflect, right? Their beliefs have shifted because their vibration is shifting. Okay. So let me get a couple tarot cards and then we'll start wrapping this up. Similar or clashing belief systems can bring you together or keep you apart. See? So now there's shifting through enlightenment and healing and rising up, rising above. Now they're feeling and vibing and believing what you knew all along. Their beliefs have changed. What they thought they wanted changed. You know? You feed their soul. Karmic partners feed the ego. That's the difference, right? Like if you're dating, like if you date someone and it's like trauma bonding, it's like, you know, you inflate each other's egos in the way of like, right? Oh my gosh, like, you know, I'm getting very toxic, like people who bond through like, you know, codependencies, like alcohol and partying. And, you know, like if you took that out of the equation, would you guys be able to stand each other? Like, do you need to be drunk to be around each other, be with each other? Do you have to drink every night around each other? This is all very toxic stuff. And it's stuff that I went through with my ex that I was sharing earlier. We were like that, right? And I mean, right? And then I was going through my awakening, and then things started shifting. I started changing. He wasn't changing. He wasn't going through an awakening. I was, okay? And I started feeling differently towards him, towards the situation. I started seeing more clearly, like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe I was so like in love with this person, you know, 2 years ago. And now I look back, like I can't even believe it. Like it blows my mind. That's like that. Okay. Oh my God. Look, see, confirmation. We're talking about the karmic partners. Massive enlightenment around these karmic partners and the pettiness and the falseness and the pretentiousness. It's very fake. Very fake, right? They go to a family function, or, you know, they have their couple profile pictures on Facebook and Instagram, you know, and if you don't know, right? And you know, it's we're so happy and things are good and, you know, we work well together and, you know, no. Nope. Right? So the masculine is no longer able to be in alignment with that. They're no longer able to live a lie like that because they themselves are standing more in that soulful truth, authenticity. A conventional relationship, duty bound by societal conventions. Exactly. It's like, this is what I feel like I'm supposed to be with. You know, the divine feminine brings an energy of expansion. So the divine feminine forces the masculines to expand, to grow, to heal, right? To align, to do all these things. That's part of why they get triggered and run, right? I'm just going to be with the conventional, mundane, you know, in my box of like, you know, what my family wants or how everyone in my family is, or, you know, what I'm used to, you know, things like that, right? Where it's like the divine feminine energy is like this like goddess, right? Like that, it's like the opposite of that conventional. And maybe the feminine is conventional in a lot of ways too, right? But not conventional. You're outside the box. Okay? There you go, karmic partner. And so look at this. Healing is after that. So they are healing the karmic wounds and patterns. There you go. And then some masculines, I mean, again, talking about the physical, ascension flu, purges, you know, clearing out those densities, things like that, activations happening, a lot of that. So, you know, like the soup or what the tea or whatever, it's like, they could also be physically like, you know, getting, you know, the ascension flu or feeling this physically in a big way. Aw, there's a doggy running down the road. It's so cute. Aww. It's like a lost doggy. Okay, that's the lost dog. Okay, so it's like the lost dog, the lost boy. It's like, you know, and then you see how I went like, aw, you know, so it's like the masculine for me. It's like feeling that like I'm lost, right? Feeling like, where's my home? I want to go home, right? Okay. All right. And then, so what does the healing card say? Self-care, exactly. That is what they're embodying or wanting to embody or feeling the need to do. Self-care, healing, taking time out, time to rest, be with self. Like, I can't with the drama anymore. I can't with this chaos constantly, every day. I'm rising above it. I'm choosing me. And I feel too that they could be dealing with people that project very heavily. Like if the masculine is, okay, I'll just keep giving my example, right? With my ex, okay. What, you know, cause when I'm done, right? Like when you learn, you're out, you're done, right? So I was, you know, definitely at that place for more than a year. But I didn't want to move back home, and me and him had been living together for like 4 years. You know, I had sold my car, we shared, you know, but they were his cars when we got together. His family has money, comes from money, you know, so it was all like, right, just this whole very kind of thing, right? I'm like, why was I just sharing that though? Now I can't remember why I was sharing that. Oh well, it'll circle back. Let's keep going. Anyways, the point is that their beliefs shifting and change. Their belief systems changing, shifting around the karmic partners and karmic beliefs and comfort zones. There's a lot of that processing, that regret, that, you know, all of that. And they are 1,010%, like, you are living rent free in their mind right now. Okay, because you guys, for a lot of you, you're very close to union. If your masculine or this masculine was in a third party, you know, they've been healing while they've still been in the connection or in the situations, you know, they've been doing healing while they were there. Oh, that's what I was going to say, was like, I was like done with him, my ex. I was done. I was so, I could just see, we were just like two ships passing through the night. We like barely talked to each other. He would go and stay like a week at a time at his parents' house, just, you know, and then I would be at our house by myself, which I loved. You know, I just didn't want to move back home and be with my parents again and have to do that whole starting over bit. You know what I mean? But that was my ego. That was my, right? I needed to bite the bullet. I just needed to go. I needed to do it, right? And I needed to give up my beautiful home in the mountains, surrounded by beauty and nature and pine trees and, right? Like this beautiful custom log cabin home. Gorgeous, right? Right? So I needed to get over myself. And I needed to, and I needed to start, right? So that's what I was doing. I was manifesting, but me and him were like there was disconnect for a very long time before I actually left. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Like a lot of disconnect between whatever's going on with whoever in the masculine's life that has been going on for a while. Okay, but they are going to need time to heal. The Two of Swords came out. We do have an eclipse coming up, I believe, on the 17th of September, and that's kicking off the eclipse season that kind of wraps up the eclipse portal that started back in April with the back-to-back eclipses. So everything that the masculines have been going through, you know, I mean, for however long, but especially since the eclipse season, they have been shifting, changing, been being activated, awakening. They've been really going through it. And this is like wrapping it all up, okay? So, you know, they're at a crossroads, okay? So And the eclipse energy is like a wild card energy, you know, it eclipses things out, but eclipses things in, but it could be like, whatever, I don't know what's going to come, right? But it's a very powerful energy is my point. So for me, it's like this very powerful energy and infusing the two of swords energy here. Crossroads. No longer being at a crossroads. Okay, but for a lot of the masculines right now, they're at a crossroads. And then we have the Ace of Swords showing up. Like, what are the odds? The 1 and then the 2. Okay, so massive, massive, massive enlightenment here. And that's another thing that I keep getting is just enlightenment, epiphany, aha moments. Like, it's literally just instantaneous, like, aha. Like, oh my gosh, I see it all clearly. I know what I need to do. I know what I'm going to take. I know how to take action. I know what to say. I know what to communicate. There's a lot of that, okay? And I do think for a lot of, you know, for a lot of them, they're also at a crossroad right now, making a decision, not making a decision because I feel like they already know what they want to do. I think it's more about like what to say, how to say it, and communicate to the feminine because they do want to bring a divine truth. They want to speak truth from the soul, from their heart, you know, from their cosmic heart, right? That brings forth healing. See the infinity symbol, as above, so below. Okay? There's a like a serendipitous energy here. So I think that the truth that they speak, I think is going to be very powerful with these lightning bolts. Archangel Michael here, it's very healing. And I also feel that they are, you know, speaking of activations, that a lot of the masculines, that they are, especially if it's an actual, like if it's a twin flame, it's an actual twin flame journey. You know, because I'm a twin flame channel, I'm a twin flame, twin soul. You know, so we've always been on these journeys. We always will be in that regard, right? If it's a twin flame, but there's this like inner knowing and like deep call for the masculines to really want to be a protector. For them to be a protector, a support system, to really be there by the feminine side, okay? They are answering their soul call in that way because that's the masculine energy. That's the archetype of it. The divine feminine is like the very, you know, spiritual, the high priestess or whatever you want to say, right? And we have our own mission and things that we are meant to do here, and they are with us to hold space and to be that protector and lover and friend and, you know, warrior in that regard. Okay, so just, I don't know, it's just, I'm getting that protector. Yeah. And then look, the 5 cups. Okay, so again, this is emotional loss, breakup, you know, sadness. There's a lot of emotional loss right now around them, but more than anything, it's like they're feeling this, you know, extreme sadness, okay, around the truth that they want to bring in. It's like making them sad, not speaking their truth, okay, and also not being in communication with the divine feminine. You know, because for most of you guys, this is no contact. It just is. It's, you know, it doesn't have to be, but it is. It's just like someone who you haven't heard from for a while or for years or whatever it is. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. They're very sad. Just, they've been stuck though. They've been stuck in this, right? But they are releasing. There's something happening here. Okay. That there's been a pause, a delay, right? But they're, again, with enlightenment, the hangman. They've just been hanging out watching you. The more they watch you, right, and see you evolve and grow and heal and, you know, all the things, I mean, the sadder they get, okay? Because, again, that regret, that remorse, feeling that loss of the feminine, okay? But it's almost like what I'm getting is, like, instead of, like, this, like, woe is me sulking, like, you know, and just standing on the sidelines of, you know, thinking about like what could have been and making themselves sad about that, they're actually going, why am I, you know, they're actually like getting more into the mode of like, I'm going to do something about this. I do have a choice. Remember, potential. I have the potential to shift this. I have the potential to, you know, so it's like more of that I believe in myself, which creates more action, which creates more in, you know, it's intentional action. All right. So, look. And look at you, breakup energy right here, emotional loss around the delays, the stuck energy. Because of their enlightenment, it's about emotionally releasing the devil energies, the karmic energy, the karmic partners, okay? But also the obsession energy has been coming through a lot recently, where like they, you know, it's just like you're always on their mind. They're obsessed. It's not like they're obsessed like crazy psycho. They're obsessed like they can't stop watching you. They can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop reminiscing and wanting you. All right? And with the heat right here, I'm feeling the heat like very hot. This is very hot, right? The goat's feet are on fire. Okay? It's like, right? Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, right? So it's like I gotta go. I gotta go get to some water to put the water out. Well, what's the water? The water is connecting with the feminine, making something balanced out here, speaking this divine truth. Okay, exactly. See, what did I, balancing things out? Look at Justice, Libra. We are in Virgo season right now. We have the fall equinox coming around, I don't know, September 20th, 21st, 22nd, something like that. And then we move into Libra season. So we have Capricorn, Libra, Pisces, we have water signs, air signs. Okay. But you guys know me, I don't get hung up on the zodiacs, but sometimes I'll share. So yeah, so I think that for a lot of you guys, maybe by Libra season or around the equinox, again, because right before the equinox, we have the first eclipse there. I think it's a lunar eclipse on the 17th of September. All of this plays a part. Could it happen sooner? Sure. But it's letting you know the incoming. That's just a few weeks away. That's like what, like 3 weeks away? Justice is coming. It's someone who wants to bring justice who's been very silent. There's been crickets, nothingness. Okay? So let's go ahead. I know this was a long one and I was not expecting this, but just so much is coming through. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't recorded, you know, for like 4 days. So there's just so much that needed to come through in this message. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to get a couple messages from the masculine and just see what they want to say. You know, but like I always say, like this is not a one-way street, right? This is not all on the masculines, right? So feminine, same thing. You really need to like keep healing or looking at the places in your life right now. Any way that you're holding yourself back, keeping yourself stuck. Okay? Pay attention to what is coming through. Like, you know, does something happen where you're easily triggered or irritable, or what's triggering you? All these things are going to help. Okay? Both you and divine union. All right. And if you guys want to book with me, you want to work with my gifts, connect, whether that's channeling your twin flame journey, divine masculine, spiritual guidance. I offer several different kinds of reading options and services, and it's all in the description box below. General reading, psychic mediumship reading. I do a 20-minute vent sesh, a 10-minute recorded reading. I am a past life Akashic guide and channel reader. So I do Akashic record past life readings, and also intuitive energetic healing sessions. Now, one more reading that I'm going to be adding, that's been coming through for a while, but it couldn't be offered until the timing was absolutely divinely perfect and right, is a goddess channeled reading. And what I mean by that, if you are new here, I am a channel of, I connect very profoundly and channel Goddess Isis, Mary Magdalene, Ascended Masters, different deities, angels. This is a goddess reading though, okay? So specifically, I'm gonna be channeling, so it's like you book with me, right? It's gonna be a direct channeling session and reading and messages coming through from Goddess Isis and Mary Magdalene, okay? So, but of course, when I meet with you, other energies that want to come through, messages they have for you, or guides or spirit guides or ascended beings that want to work with you, you know, I will definitely be channeling that. But it's going to be a very powerful form of a reading, okay? And like I said, it's going to be like the goddess Isis and Mary Magdalene channeled reading. But more than likely when I meet with you, it'll be like, okay, Isis is coming through very strongly for you, but also maybe, you know, Hathor or Lady Nada or, you know, Archangel Michael, you know, things like that. So it's going to be that kind of a channeling, okay? So I'm really excited about it because it's going to be so powerful, so healing, so helpful, so cool, so activating, a lot of different things, okay? So just know that's going to be added to the list of options, and it will probably be a 1 hour that I will offer. I don't know, I might just do a 30-minute. No, I think the 1 hour because, yeah, because we call them in and, you know, do a little thing like before we get started, and then they come through. And then they'll start sharing, channeling any messages, knowledge, information, insight, anything, confirmations that you need to know specifically from these goddesses, okay? So anyways, I'm excited. So yeah, so it'll probably be 1 hour, and then my 1 hour, like my 1 hour Akashic readings, those are $222 USD, okay? So, you know, and if you're interested in booking, like you hear this and you're like, oh my God, I want to do that, feel free to reach out and email me. You don't have to wait till I start posting, because I've already been sharing about it in my live today, and I think I mentioned something in my last reading that I did. But anyways, all right, that's all. Okay, whew, here we go. Okay, look at this, you guys. What I feel for you is out of this world, literally. Feels like the stars aligned for us. Wow. Yeah. What else, masculine? Yeah, I'm just hearing, I'm taking time to reflect. And they might still be, you know, living with someone or in a marriage, like, you know, but I'm hearing I'm on my way out. I'm on my way out. The karmic knows that I'm in love with you, and I am on my, oh my God. Oh my gosh. You guys, what did I just hear? I just heard I'm on my way out. They're saying I'm on my way out. And then the freaking next card that comes out, the karmic knows that I'm in love with you. It's like so obvious, right? Right? That they've checked out, that, you know, if whatever the circumstance, maybe the karmic partner knows about the divine feminine. Maybe they're threatened by the divine feminine or envious of the divine feminine, but it's like the energy, and it's just so palpable that it's like undeniable kind of a thing. Karmic knows that I'm in love with you, and I am on my way out. They say that I've changed. See, the karmics are picking up on the vibrational change and shift. And see, the masculines are changing. And maybe the karmics are saying things like there's a guilt trip energy. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier about my ex. When I was done, I was like, I'm done. Like, this is over. I'm out. Like, he would try to pull me back in by guilt tripping me because, you know, he had a daughter, you know, who was younger. And of course, that's always hard. That's hard. I think that was really hard for me, right? Getting close to a child and then having to leave. And, you know, it's very, you know, for the children, it can be very confusing, but it's more toxic to stay and force something. So he would guilt trip me. Well, what about her? And, you know, like, we've built this life together, and, you know, don't leave me, and, you know, we can work on this. And then it would be like, then you start projecting the devil energy. Like, you know, you're just selfish. You don't even care about your, you know, anyone but yourself. And it's like, no, I'm just choosing myself, you know, because this is crazy. Same thing. All right. I'm very open, you know, like, I don't share everything, obviously, but, you know, I'm here as a guide and a teacher and to help. And we do that through sharing the truth, right? And I'm just a mirror. So I know a lot of you guys resonate with what I'm sharing in one way or the next, but the masculines, I'm telling you, it's exactly, see? I was dead on. Wait, shit. I wasn't paying attention. There was another card that had come out with that one, but I think I put it back in on accident and started shuffling. So we'll just get one more. This is a long reading, but if this is your message, then you'll watch till the end. You'll be here and you'll know. Our bond is unbreakable, and it was powerful and instant from the start. Oh, yeah. I'm hearing full circle moments. What does this say? I'm not running anymore. Look, see? I'm not running anymore. A heart on the run keeps a hand on a gun. Can't trust anyone. And I'm not running anymore. There it is. There it is. Wow. What's this say? I have started noticing things. Oh, here's the vibration. Here's the, right, the awakening. I have started noticing things like repeated numbers and songs seem to hit me differently. I am connecting like you do. Yeah, they're aware. I'm telling you, you guys. Okay, so let's just get one more. Let's just see. We'll just get one from the top. Here we go. I remember our past lives together. I can feel how much I have always loved you. So it's like they may have like dreams and things, and maybe they are having some past life like memories or clips or something of the two of you, but it's the feeling. It's the soul resonance. It's like, I've known you forever, you know, through many past lives. This is something different. This is out of this world. Wow. All right, last card here. I can feel new soulmates entering your life, and it's making me crazy. We've been talking about this. It's been coming through recently, right? That there's a lot of like new soulmate energies coming through to especially divine feminines, right? And the divine masculines can feel that energy creeping in around the divine feminines. And yeah, it's making them go a little bonkers because they feel like they're going to lose you. They're going to lose you for good. Like they'll lose you forever if they don't come in soon or change soon or do this or that or the other. Okay, so this is what I've got for you, my loves. Wow, this reading was crazy, but so beautiful. So I know this will help who it needs to help. And as always, these readings, these messages are not to keep you stuck in outside of yourself, waiting for someone to come back or hoping that, you know, this is just to bring you more insight, clarity, and more than anything, confirmation, more than likely, on what you're already feeling, picking up on, getting messages or signs and syncs about, okay? So I love you guys so much. Thank you, mi amores, and I will see you soon. Mwah.